All right, let's get this stuff.
There we go. Okay, welcome to Grue, guys, and thanks so much for taking time out of your night and being a guest on the show.
Hey, no worries. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, man.
So,
Thank you.
whoever wants to start out first, like you can start out by introducing yourself and what you do in the group.
Okay, so first and foremost, I am MAXKII. When you see my name, it might look like it's pronounced MAXKII or MAXKII, MaxiPad. There's a bunch of different things people would say, but it's MAXKII. I've been in the music scene for about 2022, so I've been here since 2017. We're going on 5 years.
Wow.
You know, I'm from Oklahoma, so like nobody's ever made it out of my state. As far as like rap, it's mainly been like country, you know, like cowboys, like athletes, right? So I'm kind of like I guess you could say a pioneer. Yeah, and it's been a long journey, and I also have a collective, and those are some of the people that you see in here.
Yeah.
It's a Nemo gang, and I'll let them speak for themselves a little bit, but this is a collective that was formulated about going up on 3 years, and it was founded by a couple of other people that aren't here today, and our long lost friend JJ passed away from a morphine overdose, but he was an extremely selfless person. He was the embodiment of selfless. Selfless to a point to where it could have been an Achilles heel, because he always made sure everybody was good instead of making sure he was good, but he was always keeping our spirits high. He was always focused on the next thing, Nemo. He was really very consistent, which kind of gave us, I guess you could say, that energy, that mindset that we got to really attack the goals. We got to have a plan and we got to stick to it, because if you don't put in the work, no one's going to put in the work for you. And that's how we formulated Nemo Gang, which stands for, it's not the finding Dory fish, hey head ass, no, it's never ending massive obsession. So it's the acronym Nemo. And I guess I'll hand the mic over to the rest of the guys and let them kind of tell you a little bit about themselves.
Okay.
Who wants to start?
First.
Lonely Rich.
All right, bet. So I'm Lonely Rich. I'm a musician / producer / video editor, whatever you want to call it. I can probably do it. You know what I'm saying? I've been involved with Nemo for the past, 2.5 years? 2.5 years now. I've been involved with MAXKII for close to 5 years now. So, you know, I've been around for a while. I started my personal music career through MAXKII. He put me on my first song, and since then I've just been keeping it up, keeping it going. So that's me. I don't really have anything like special about me, I guess. I'm Lonely Rich. I'm around, you know. I like to think of myself as sort of like, what's the word for it? When it comes to Nemo, I like to think of myself as sort of the promoter, because like Nemo is always on my mind 24/7. I'm always talking about it. I'm always doing something involving Nemo. So I like to think of myself as a promoter / administrator or whatever. But that's pretty much who I am in a nutshell. So
Sweet.
yeah. We gonna
Tell them a little bit about this.
Yeah. So I'm here. My name is Prince Kane, or you can call me Kane if you want to. A lot of people call me Kane. The way that my name is spelled, a lot of people get it mixed up with Kanye.
Oh, really?
Kanye, not Kanye. But yeah, I'm also from Oklahoma too. I started doing music because MAXKII got me into.
How long have I known your punk ass?
We've known each other almost a decade now.
Decade, yeah.
Yeah, we used to live in the same neighborhood.
That's my bait. No, I'm just playing with y'all. All
right. But yeah, I started my solo career because of MAXKII. I'll never forget the first song we did was just a goofy ass song. It wasn't even supposed to.
Been watching you since 12 o'clock last night.
Not that. We're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I've studied martial arts since I was 6 years old.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's kind of all I got to say right now.
Sweet.
Hey, man.
Kakarot, tell them about yourself, man.
Come on,
Hey,
Kakarot.
man. Hey, so my name is Kakarot. My real name is Bradley, but my stage name is Kakarot. A lot of people get it mixed up. My friends still at school, they be getting it mixed up. I be going around school. They call me Cataracts, Cakarts, Cracker. I'm like, yo, chill out. We ain't got to do all that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah. I started making music. I was in I'd say 5th, 6th grade when my friends were we'd always like freestyle on the bus and stuff like that. And we started making music. And then I remember I bought a microphone and I had my mama's like computer and we like made our first song like type thing on that.
Yeah.
And then we were just like going through Instagram and I was just like looking up local, like not local, but like underground rappers and stuff like that. And I was getting like a whole bunch of connections, and a lot of those connections led me to like meeting MAXKII. And it's crazy to think like I met MAXKII like almost 4 years ago. I think it was like 2018, something like that. And I've been involved with Nemo ever since. Like I feel like Nemo has been like churning away. We always thought about it. We had a couple of other things, but I feel like Nemo is what brought us all together, you know what I mean? But what I feel like, what am I trying to say? I feel like when I started, MAXKII definitely inspired me.
Okay.
Definitely helped me out. Like you see him laughing, he's sitting there, sitting there laughing, but
I'm still caught up with how you say, my name is Bradley Headass.
but still, yeah. I always like to say my real name and everything, but yeah, we basically been in like this man, we basically been like brothers to this point, and it's just like I have so much to thank for. And
My name's Jeff.
He's stupid.
these goofies right here, they're goofy. You can obviously tell I'm the more mature person.
Yeah,
in the
okay, Bradley.
like,
All right, Bradley.
Yeah. Okay.
mature person in the whole group, but yeah, we got a bright future ahead of us, man. To be honest.
Definitely.
Trepidation, tell them about you, man. You're not even from
Yo.
America.
I'm not even from the US. No.
Oh,
my name's
really?
Trepidation.
Imagine not being
No,
from America.
I'm not. It's so nice. No. I'm Trepidation. Most people call me Trap. I live in the Netherlands. Actually, I am probably one of the youngest members in Nemo. I am 15 years old. I am also, I think, the newest, if at least one of the newer members. I have not even been in Nemo for a month. I have met MAXKII 7-8 months ago, I think. And I worked together with MAXKII on one song. And he was like, you know what? Because I'm a producer. Mainly I play guitar for now, because producing, I'm really learning that shit. And the producer Nemo, they helped me a lot. And MAXKII was like, you know what? You can enter Nemo. You'll learn with us. And, you know, we'll have some dope guitar. And I was like, hell yeah. And ever since, I have been very involved with Nemo. I think about Nemo every day, just like Rich. And it's really a family. Whenever there's something going on in your life, you just text someone, 5 people join, and you talk it out. It's amazing. It's like a second family.
Awesome. Wow. This is great. Everyone's so close.
Yeah, family, man.
Pretty much.
Hey, yo, Ray, tell them about yourself, man.
Okay, so hello, my name is Raid, and I'm a producer. Sorry, I am a producer from Nemo, and how I kind of got into music was like I looked up how to make music like Skrillex. This is like in like 2015, and then I downloaded FL Studio, and then I'm like I actually didn't open up the program for about 2 months because I couldn't figure out how to open up the browser on it. Then I was like I was kind of angry. Then I was like, let me do it again. And then I finally figured it out. And then just kind of learned. Then it's a weird, complicated journey, but it's been kind of crazy. Then I guess I met MAXKII when I DM'd, like he had something on his story. It was like looking for producers or like whatever. And then I sent him a link to some music that I made, and then he liked it. So I was like, yeah, let's go. And then that's how I got Nemo, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's a little bit about my guys right there. What do you think?
Sweet. You know,
Gang.
I have
Sorry.
to say, I love Chucky and Tiffany over there. Like that is so awesome. Like,
They're just brilliant. You want to hear about my connection to these guys? This guy and this gal, would you like to hear?
yeah, definitely.
So, Chucky has always been a part of my life. You know, and it's amazing to see obviously what they've put together now. They've used, you know, people from the old cast and they're bringing it to this new show.
Oh my God, I
Refreshing
know,
characters.
it's great.
Beautiful, you know.
It is. I
and
love it.
Cini's doing an amazing. I know. I cannot wait till Halloween. I grew up with Chucky. It wasn't very ideal, but from a very young age, my parents showed me a lot of horror movies, and Chucky was the most prevalent one. I used to always want a Chucky doll. The best Chucky doll I got was a goddamn stuffed animal. Like it was like a tiny Chucky. It wasn't scary at all. It was actually cute, so it never really scared me. But Chucky's always been a part of my life. I remember one of my last few moments with my dad before some personal things happened. I actually went and saw a seed of Chucky in the movie theaters. So Chucky's always been a part of me. So, you know, I watched the show and this kind of goes into the story about how me and Zach came into communication.
Oh, okay.
So I'm watching the show and I'm like, this kid's a stellar actor. Like he's doing amazing. He's doing a great job. It was cool to watch his growth and development throughout the series. I'm like, I'm gonna check this kid out because I don't like following the cast of shows until I'm nearly done with the show.
Well, yeah,
Because if you do, you're gonna see a spoiler, right?
exactly.
Yeah, which is why, like with the Spider-Man thing, I literally stayed off social media because I refused. It would have been bad. But yeah, just check this kid out, man. Follow him on Instagram. He follows me back and he's like, bro, I like your music. You're fire. And me, he's fanboying over my music. I'm fanboying because, bro, I watch you every damn on sci-fi. I'm like watching advertisements to get credits to watch. Boy, I'm like, hold up. So I'm tweaking. I'm like, it's crazy. So he's like, I like your music. It's fire. I like Drop Step. Now I have another song called Drop Step. I'm like, I got the rep drop to the lane with a drop step, right? So immediately from there, he's like, yeah, let's work. And I'm like, wait, this kid produces too? What the hell? So he sends me a beat pack and probably about 25 beats. I mean, this kid is constantly, and at a young age,
I know.
he's doing acting, he's doing clothing, he's in the studio. Like his work ethic is insane for 15. When I was 15, I was eating popcorn, sitting on the couch and being a little, just trying to get the girls, man. Like I was on some other stuff. But anyways, I was obviously inspired by it. So I was like, okay, you want to send me a beat pack? I'm gonna get you a song back in the same day. Now, Die was one of the 3 songs that I sent him. But when he heard that, I purposely threw that drop step line in there because I know he loved drop step, right? So when he heard that song, he was like, bro, this is crazy. This has got to be the one. And it was all freestyle. And we were like, we talked about it for a while. And then I finally planned the drop and it released. But me and that guy have had some dope conversations. He's my friend genuinely now. We're planning the music video shoot and we're going to go do that. So he's going to be in the video.
Oh, sweet.
Chucky in there. Yeah, so we've got huge plans for that. And then also, I don't know how to pronounce his name because me and him haven't had many conversations. The other person that you...
Yes, he told me how to say his name in the interview and I don't remember how to say his name.
Well,
so
that guy, if you're watching this, my bad, my dude. But he has a clothing brand and I'm looking at being a brand ambassador for his clothing brand. So you might see your boy MAXKII rocking it. And since you're always,
nice.
You're always interviewing us. So I'll see if we can make something happen for you as well. But anyways,
okay.
Yeah, we got a video coming on the way. I want to game with this guy eventually. You know, he plays a lot of games and so do I. So I think that'll be cool. But I just think Zach is a very brilliant kid. I think the Chucky series is in a great hand compared to the Chucky movie that we got a few years ago, the stupid robotic Chucky.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, they did what they could, but
consider that a child's play film. Like, no.
Yeah, like you cannot do it. You know, the real Chucky voice actor is the Chucky that I grew up with. That's what I grew up with. The story, the Chucky says the things that you wouldn't be okay today. He's still saying it in 2022. Like,
yes, exactly.
I love it. It's raw. It's gritty. It's also up to date with society as far as, you know, introducing new type of relationships, not just straight relationships, showing you you know, LGBTQ type of
Well, yeah.
relationships and respecting that. So I really like the progressiveness of the Chucky show while at the same time keeping what made it great originally. So it's dope. That's how I got into contact with Zach, and we got so much more planned. And another song produced by him will be coming out in the coming months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's how I know this guy, this girl, and that's how I know some of the Chucky cast. Also, I talked to the guy who plays Andy, one of the sweetest guys.
Oh,
ever.
yeah, Alex.
I eventually want to do some work with him later. I just love Chucky so much that I want to make a lot of art revolved around them, and they'll respect it because they know it's coming from a genuine place and from a kid that grew up. I grew up, and I wasn't there when it first came out, but growing up, I grew up with Chucky. Chucky was a part of me, and that's why I always pay homage and respect, and I support everybody on that cast.
Nice. Now, if you could by any chance get Jennifer Tilly, I'll be so happy.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly, if I get in contact with her, that'd be amazing. She's, you know, she still left me undelivered. She hasn't responded to me yet, but it's all good. You know, I got her doll hostage, so she keep playing with me. I'm finna have to get rid of it, bro. I'm not playing. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, Tilly, I haven't talked to her yet, but another great actor. You know?
Yeah.
And Dorf's daughter, she, like you said on your previous interview,
amazing.
if you didn't know that was his daughter, you would just think, because it's like, what the? That's literally his clone right there. You know?
Yes, when she dressed up like him, like Brad Dourif, like
phenomenal, dude.
She looked exactly like him when he was young. Like that.
Exactly.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing for me. They did great fan service with that show, and I'm excited for season 2.
Yeah, and like you were saying, Zach did such a great job for Trey and Jake, and you know, and Devin, and you know, like the whole hit, everything about that show was great. And Jake, for being so young, like he acts and produces, does beats, does so much stuff, and it's amazing how much stuff Zach actually does.
Yeah, it's definitely inspiring. I think the youth of today should look at people like Zach, who aren't just one-dimensional, and also pursue their dreams. So if you're acting, if you're playing football, it doesn't mean you can't play guitar as well. Whatever you're doing, you can do multiple things until you really find your niche. With music, you know, that was my full send. I got into that full send, but now I want to get into acting, which I'm looking to pursue that. So, and I want to get into gaming. It's like you have to really succeed with what you were gifted with, and then you can branch off in other things. But you try to do too many things at once, that's where it's an issue. You know, like it's because time management is everything. And 24 hours might seem like a lot, but it's not a lot when you do the math. You got to sleep. A lot of people have to go to work. You got to go to school. So you don't have a lot of time. So what you make happen with that time is very important. And Zach is an example of good time.
Oh, definitely. Yes. So I have to ask you, is like, what inspired you to write the song Die?
Okay. So there's an anime that just came out called Tokyo's Revengers.
Oh, nice.
Not too long ago. And me, I like making anime references in a lot of my music. I have literally, my name is derived from Naruto Uzumaki. Like I'm a huge yeah, I'm into anime. So when I was making the song, I was like, okay, how do I give it obviously my presence, where I'm just like, I'm making these anime references while at the same time having this aggressive underground, kind of like a rock rap style, but at the same time depict some of the things that are happening in Chucky. So gang, you know, we outside. Okay, you recall that one scene where Zach and his friends they found a Chucky doll, and they literally went out, smashed its head all over over the sidewalk, and threw it in the trash can.
Yeah, I remember that.
Effing with my gang, then you gonna die. That was referencing that weekend because we went too high.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's just like, when you're listening to this song as a Chucky fan, I want you to, from the TV series, I want you to depict certain scenes. So you're like, bro, like it reminds you of this part in Chucky. Now, the new listener, they're just gonna be going for the hype, but like Chucky fans really like it. They're like, I don't know, like it really blends well. Like it's fire. Even though I'm not directly saying Chucky this and Chucky that, it's fire, you know? So it was just a freestyle. I just got in the studio. was in the vibe. Just made it really.
Sweet, sweet. And what do you love most about the song and about making it?
What I love most about the song is the auto-tune part towards the end. I did not really explore that type of sound because I wouldn't say insecurity, but just lack of experience. So I'm still learning because I engineer all my stuff, not produce my beats, but I engineer my vocals. So learning how to properly record with that without sounding like a low budget T-Pain, like that took time, and I actually had to figure it out. So I think that was the best part because that's what people really like. Like the whole part, like me yelling, they like that. But that one part, the gang, that part is just so enticing. So that's my favorite part about this song. It's my favorite lyrics in the song. And people want, Zach literally made the beat for the next song that's coming in a few months, catered around that flow. So the whole yelling flow, that was cool, but the "you're gonna die," that's what's sitting with a lot of listeners. So he made a whole beat catered to that flow. So the next song you get from me will be a full song of that type of vibe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now for this song died, did Zach do any beats for it, or did he just produce the song?
Zach produced it. He also had input when it came to the cover art done by the Real Intrepid, also a member of Nemo Gang. And yeah, he produced the entire beat. He did all of that. So, and we were bumping it. He was bumping it before it even came out. He was like, "Yo, this is so sick. You're crazy." Because he sends me his beat pack, and I send it back 5 songs the same day. He's like, "Your work ethic is crazy."
Nice.
And man, this is only the beginning for me and Zach. You know.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yep. And I'm still growing my name. You know, literally was not an industry plant, was never just placed into this, was never given a handout. I was just a misunderstood kid, like a lot of people out there that had a dream. And I had to deal with the fact that I knew my parents are going to criticize me for pursuing this route because a lot of times when your parents failed at something, it's not necessarily that they don't believe in you, but they don't want to see you fail the way that they did. So they're going to tell you to go do this and go do that. When I knew in my heart truly that this music is what I want to do. So if I got to start off in the closet with nobody knowing me, sending my SoundCloud links to people, I'll do it. And 5 years later, I mean, here I am. And I'm nobody yet, but it's a lot farther than where I went. And I just want to keep going. And with me and all these great people in the Zoom call and the rest of my collective, we're going to go through the roof, you know? And I just want to inspire kids around the globe, not even just kids. I want to inspire people. I want to inspire people older than me. You know, I just want to reach everybody. That's another thing I want to do in my music. I don't want to be chained to one genre. I want to do rock, jazz. I want to do music with people in different countries. I just want to be a true artist, not necessarily a rapper. You feel me?
Definitely. That's so awesome. I love that. You know, just to not be in one area, like you just don't want to do rap or dance, like you want to explore the other parts and rock and blues and jazz. Like that's awesome. And also in inspire young artists too.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's never too late to start, but you got to start. That's the hardest part. But after you start, everything else is just mental, you know, mental game. Gotta filter out the nonsense and just keep being that person that you know you can be. I don't compete with anybody. I compete with who I was yesterday. And I think that's everybody's mindset should be. Don't let ego consume you, because then you won't be able to applaud others for their achievements, rather than you'll be looking at them, or how can I be like them, or how can I be better? It's cool to be inspired, but don't rival people. And that's what I try to do. I just look at myself from last year and I'm like, I didn't do this. I want to do that this year. It doesn't happen overnight. I wish it did, but it doesn't. You know, we all.
I know. And what do you all like about being part of the group?
Family, really.
What do you guys like, man? Tell me. I'm listening.
Family.
Oh
like,
yeah, but it's just
aesthetic. Like everybody seems like they want to be here. It's not just a thing.
Yeah.
It's like business.
Yeah.
What I like being in Nemo is the fact that we have a bunch of different kinds of artists that are, like, I guess you could say partial to like different genres, but we can all still come together and create a unique sound together. You know, I've been in Nemo since it started.
Since it started.
Yeah, I've been in Nemo since it started. It's a great group. It's full of great guys. You know, we joke around a lot. We have good times and stuff together. I think just being able to record music together, being able to get to know each other better, I think is probably the best part about being in Nemo.
Yeah.
A lot of
agree.
bands have been disbanded because there's no personalized connection between the band members. It's just make music and never talk about any issues. So these small issues become bigger issues. And then you might get like, and I'm not going to elaborate on this too much, but you might get like a political divide or one situation that happened 20 years ago might separate a band. Like some of my favorite bands, like System of a Down, that aren't together.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, and I'm like, this could have all been avoided, you know, if these conversations were had then rather than now. So that's what I try to stress upon all of these guys and gals, whatever we got going on, let's talk about it. Whatever you don't agree with, talk about it. There's no dictator in here. Everybody's an intricate part of this. This is a democracy. So we work together. There's nothing that we can't accomplish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just like how we can just make really dope shit. That's what I really like.
exactly.
That's the way I summarize it. So yeah.
And the thing that I really love about Nemo is that everyone's great in Nemo, right? I feel like I have the most to learn because for now I'm just a guitarist, right? But everyone from the best to me, everyone has stuff to learn, and we can all teach that because we got graphic designers, we got producers, we got artists, we have everything, if you know what I mean. Like, and like we feed off of each other, and that's so cool in my opinion. We're like self-sufficient in a way. So, and everyone is open for improvement. So when someone shows a song like, hey, what do you think of this? We can say, that's not good. And then we'll get feedback, and everyone's open to that. So when you say a song is not good, everyone knows it's not in a bad way, right? It's out of love that you say it's a bad song, and then you help them improve the song. And that's what I love about Nemo.
Nice.
So my favorite thing about being in Nemo, see, I've been in other collectives, so my thing might be a little bit more, but you know, my favorite thing about being in Nemo, you know, everybody's energy is good. You know, whenever issues do arise, they're talked about. They're not just, you know, the self-sufficiency too. That's a great thing. That's one thing coming from past collectives. Self-sufficiency was always an issue. People would wait for a specific person to say something and then act on it. But yeah, and everybody's just so cool and chill. Like I be in here like at work. Like I be talking to these guys while I'm at work and just, you know, like it's really just a family. That's what it is. It's just one big family, man. So that's my favorite thing about being here. It's just one big happy family.
Okay. Did we get everybody? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, you.
Yeah.
Kakarot, yeah.
I was gonna say my favorite thing is the family, man. We all family. We all like this. It's no greater bond than the bond we have with each other, man. We communicate. You know what I'm saying? It's just we are family. We're family. And that's my favorite thing about Nemo, for real. I was saying that shit.
What I also want to add about Nemo is the only person I knew when I joined the collective. I have talked to Raid like once.